Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction video to the 2-1 defeat at home to Hibs today. How to sum up my reaction to that game is just anger. It's complete anger at that team. Hibs never beat us today, we beat ourselves, and I think that was purely down to mentality of the team, especially in the first half. There's obviously issues. You can blame the ref, you can blame the management, you can blame the tactics if you want, but the mentality of the players out there today was a disgrace. Hibs obviously in the first half, they were chasing every single ball, they were first to every ball. We weren't even up for it, we weren't even putting proper tackles in. When we did, they were half-hearted tackles, we weren't chasing the ball. We allowed Hibs to run right over us, which has been a feature of this team for the whole season. Absolute diabolical. And, Hibs really dominated that first half, and I think we were quite lucky to get away with just the one goal we conceded. And bearing in mind it was actually a great strike, but it was again down the right hand side, crossed in, and it was a great strike from the opposite side of the box, I think it was. And it beggars belief how these players expect to want more contracts and better money when they give a performance like that. It was absolutely shocking. There was not really many players that I felt, got any pass marks today. I think maybe Holt was maybe the only one who was trying to make something going in midfield in the second half, but the rest of them were just dire. Declan John, I felt, was an absolute disgrace today. He was losing every ball. He wasn't tracking his men, and a lot, especially in the first half, most of Hibs' plays came down from that right hand side where he was meant to be covering, and it was quite clear, that they were getting advantage of them because they were getting the balls in all the time. Hibs also had a goal chopped off for offside in the first half as well. There was no many complaints about it, so I'm not too sure if it was or not. I would need to see it back, but potentially a wee let off there. Into the second half, we did certainly play better, and we kind of came out a wee bit more, but I think that was because Hibs sat back a wee bit. They were a goal up, they had to defend. We had the bulk of the possession. Hibs were still dangerous going forward, but our final ball today's again what let us down. There was just nobody there, and one of the bad things that we were doing was the second attacker was dropping back, and that was Windass. He was dropping back, so when we did get the ball forward, there was a lack of a guy up there. Morelos got the ball a few times, and he had to drag it out wide to hold the ball up, and whereas he should have been in the middle to receive any crosses, he was the one trying to put the cross in. When he was finally putting the cross in, there was still nobody. There was somebody in the middle, but he overhit the cross and it went into the backside, but there was nobody there. So it was absolutely diabolical, and to be honest, I'm not too sure if I blame Morelos because he just wasn't getting the service today. Second half, we also had the ball in the back of the net, but it was ruled a foul. I'm not too sure what it was or not. I would need to see it back, but again, there was not too much complaints over it. We did have the ball in the back of the net on the 73rd minute, I think it was, with a fantastic free kick from Goss. It was a top right postage stamp, fantastic ball. I think the keeper might have just got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to keep the ball out of the back of the net. And then 2 minutes later, Hibs went up the park and they got a penalty. I'll be honest, I never really seen the instant, but from what I've been told is Tavernier put his hands on the player and the player went down. It was maybe deemed soft from what I've been told, but like I said with Hodgson in the game the other night against Fraserburgh, you give the referee the opportunity, then he's got a decision to make. And that's simply not good enough. You've got to be more wise to that when you've got referees who are not Rangers friendly, shall we say. So it's bitterly disappointing. I'll need to see it back again, but give the referee the opportunity to make a decision and he'll take the decision. So pretty poor from Tavernier there. It's especially disappointing is because Celtic obviously lost to Kilmarnock today unexpectedly. We could have brought it back to 11 points with a game in hand. We could have been into single figures there. really bitterly disappointed about that. And one of my mates has kind of put it quite well, in terms of, he said that, you know, as we get the door open for us and it slams shut right in our face again, because the team keep continually letting us down. And once again, the home form is diabolical. You can't blame the fans for this one, because we were backing them all game right from minute one. Yeah, there was a few grumbles, didn't help when they were booed at half time, which I felt, given how they played, it was still unjust, I think. But it's frustrating. It's anger and frustration, because this team can play, and we know they can play. They just don't seem to want to. And I think, again, as I said, it's down to mentality. I think Murty has to pick up a wee bit of the blame when it comes to substitutions, because it was clear round about the 55th minute that the team was needing something else up front, a new outlet in the midfield, something different up front. He done a double substitution, and Holt came off, who I thought was, as I said, one of the ones who were trying and getting the ball forward. So he's not blameless in this one, but again, he's not the sole responsibility to blame, like I know some people are going to say, because I think the players have let everybody down badly today. And again, another thing to back up my point about mentality, as you've seen it towards the last 10 minutes, the players were chasing every ball. Anytime the ball went out of play for a Hibs goal kick or by kick, our players were running to get the ball, pick it up and put it into place, and Hibs were time wasting as normally what happens. And where was this rushed mentality in the first half? You know, where was that rush mentality to actually, you know, get the ball in the first half? It's frustrating. Aberdeen won again today as well, so we're now sitting 3 points behind them. It's one step forward, 2 steps back, and I I'm just angry about this. I don't know what else to say. We obviously go into the next game on Tuesday night, I believe it is, and that's his rescheduled game for Partick Thistle away. And again, it's never an easy place to go. So we'll see what kind of team turn out then. It's away, which is maybe a blessing, because our away form's better, but not happy at all. And we'll see how it goes from there. Thanks a lot, and bye.